Hello and welcome everybody, we are back, episode 2 of No Legendaries Required, and this is going to be Faction Wars Stage 21, Ogryn Tribes. If you're watching this, that means yesterday I put out High Elves Faction War 21, No Legendary Required, and today is going to be Ogryn Tribes, right? So let's just kind of look at what we got here for champions. We have 2 rares. I know they're both Void rares, and again, as I've said before, these are very easy to obtain because when you open a Void Shard, most likely you're gonna get them. Okay, they can be swapped out though for other rares in the faction that are pretty decent. I think Flamestoker is the Spirit one that you can farm up, and I used him to clear stage 21 of this faction like 3 years ago. Okay, so it was pretty crazy, and that was when Faction Wars was harder. It's been nerfed. Okay, and essentially it's been nerfed every time since because of other mechanics that are coming into the game, like blessings and shit like that. Alright, but we have 3 epics, okay? Those epics also are not needed. They can be filled in with other epics that you have. Something I didn't mention in the last video is that if you're struggling with clearing stage 21 3-star, you need to look at some things. The first thing you need to look at is, are my characters 6-star and or have masteries? You do not understand the stat boost you get from 6-starring champions. It makes a big difference. It can turn you 2-starring a stage of Faction Wars to 3-starring, okay? I was looking at people asking questions in our cluster a couple days ago, and that was a thing. He was asking for help, and he had a bunch of level 50s. Okay, and I know it sucks. I know it does. You're like, I really don't want to 6-star this guy. Those are precious resources. I want to lean in and tell you something. Okay? 2 3-star these stages, you're going to need to 6-star some champions. Okay? There's just no way around it. And you're going to need to get some masteries for these champions. Again, there's no way around it. And I know, you're like, man, that sucks to only do that to do this. Just to get 3 stars? Yes, but your end goal is Lydia, right? The Death Siren. So invest a little now. You profit really big later, okay? Essentially, those are the facts of life right there. But let's just get into it, okay? Again, we're going to manual this. Probably auto it at the end because we won't need it. We'll see. So we got Ugo. She's the MVP. She comes in, decreased defense, block buffs. Okay. Grush is a login champion, and he is amazing for clan boss and faction wars, and I'm pretty sure I still use him for my my Frostbiter team, my Sorath. But let's kind of throw some decreased speed on everybody, and now I'm just going to A1. Let's just start getting rid of people left and right. You really need to pay attention to this guy here. He will effectively one-shot your team. Okay, here we go. Lock abilities, and then we just A1 until we get back. Okay. When I have my regular team, I think I have 2 legendaries on the team, and it is Gerptuck and the other legendary. I can't think of them right now, but it's not like I use a ton of legendaries for this composition. I use 2 legendaries. I use Bellower, and then I use our boy here in the back left. I can't remember his name, but yeah. The one that's doing this ability. Hail is an amazing ability, by the way. I'm just going to get rid of that idiot. Okay, decrease speed on everybody, boom. And then get rid of, oh, Hexy is not dead yet. She can be kind of crazy. This guy too. They do have a bunch of debuffs on them. This one cleanses, actually focus her in the back right here. She needs to go down. Okay. Boom. And then we just A1 until we get to the boss. Simple as that. Okay. Again, do that. Don't need the heal. And this guy brings a revive. That's why Gear Grinder's so great. He is a rare that brings revive. Okay, and then we do this hail. Decreases turn meter and does a good amount of damage. Now, if you really want to secure CC on this team, put Bellower in a stun set and you'll be just fine. I would recommend getting rid of the ads. They are pretty annoying. Okay, now we have a fear placed on everybody. Let's cleanse. I didn't get it on Bellower, but that's fine. Okay, let's put increase speed, or increase turn meter and decrease speed on the enemy. And again, he is an epic, but he only brings baby decrease speed, and that's just kind of dumb. But we'll take what we can. Bellower does baby decrease speed as well. Ogryn is just going to go and punch people with his fist. Boss comes in. Really, nothing crazy here. Ogryn tribes have a lot of AoE damage dealers, which is very good because they... you can just essentially kill these ads for this. Okay. Gear comes in, boom. She tries to put block buffs up, or block debuffs, didn't work. I'm apologizing, I'm blanking on the name of this this Ogryn epic in the back. He's actually great. I love him. He is very much an underdog in this faction, and I've seen people use him to great effect in Arena and in dungeons and stuff in the game. So it is kind of a bummer that, you know, he is essentially Maneater's brother who just doesn't look as good or is as effective, I guess you could say. But yeah, we're getting this done here pretty quick. We can just hit auto. I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. Boom. Grush is great, bringing up the leech. A1 there. Cleanse there. Here we go. There's the fear. Probably should have waited a turn AI, but that's okay. You don't know any better. Here we go. Just yep. And we're just going to knock the boss down a little bit. Now, if he goes down, that's okay, because Gear Grinder is going to revive him. Okay. Here we are. Grush comes in. A1. Boom. A1. And then, boom, there you go. 3-star stage 21, doing it in about 4 minutes. And as always, remember, as I tell you, you don't farm 21 unless you're doing CVC and you're just getting the extra points here. So let's just kind of go and look at the champions. Let's go by recently used first. Okay, Grush the Manglers, you can see he's in odds and ends pieces. He's 2-piece perception, 2-piece accuracy. I've built him with not a lot of crit rate, but I have him with a decent amount of accuracy. And again, that's because I was I was using him to beat Sorath a long time ago. He has full masteries. He's worth it. You get him fairly early on. I can't remember what day you actually get Grush on, but I have him in Crushing Rend, or I'm sorry, Cruelty. Just gives him extra attack, HP, and crit damage. If I wanted to speed that run up faster, I should, you can give him enough. Swap these for crit rate gloves, or just try to get his crit rate capped. Yeah, okay, Shatterbones. Boy, I feel awful. This guy is great. Honestly, he doesn't get enough love. I'm going to put a little heart here for him. A little favorite. Like, in the game, the people generally know this. He is amazing. He's not good in Hydra or Sand Devil's Necropolis, but Arena, he's a great Arena nuker, Force nuker, and it's because of Hail. Hail does a ton of damage. It's great. And, attacks enemies 3 times the 75% chance to use the turn mirror by 30%. He also does decrease speed on all enemies and fills the turn meter of all allies by 25%. And then his A1, if it's a critical, he will put increased attack on everybody, baby increased attack. And he has an accuracy aura in Arena by 70. And again, I don't have all the masteries on him, and I feel I should. I'm going to farm those up for him eventually because he's worth it. He's very much worth it. He would do a ton more damage too if I got masteries on him, okay? Ugo, everybody knows Ugo. She's amazing. She's honestly the most used Ogryn in the game. She's MVP. I have her on Miracle Heal just for Hydra. I have 3 built. This is my number 1 that I use on my Nightmare team. So don't be intimidated by the stats, okay? Just know that you need enough accuracy to land your debuffs and then get her over 200 speed and make her decently tanky and you'll be just fine. But yeah, I use Ugo and Hydra, and that's why she is the way she is. 275 speed and over 400 accuracy. Let's go down Gear Grinder. Now this is a cool set you can farm up here. This is the Guardian set. Very good. It helps your team stay alive because he's going to absorb 10% of all damage dealt to champions. He'll take that. Okay. Stats are as follows. Again, you don't need him this fast, but I would recommend tanky, decent resistance, and put him over 200 speed, and he's going to be fine. And look here, no masteries. He doesn't need them. Okay. You're really bringing him into this faction because he's going to bring a, revive dead ally with a 5-turn cooldown. Okay. Bellower. Everybody loves Bellower. Bellower is one of the best campaign farmers in the game, especially for Brutal. I do have a video out on my channel if you want to go look that up about how to utilize campaign farmers of different rarities. Bellower's in that video, so is Hellhound, or Fellhound. But again, Bellower, he's over crit capped, right? 117, just under 200 speed. And this is what I put him in just to show people that you could farm campaign with him. Have him on Phantom Touch, really isn't needed. He has full masteries down to Helm Smasher, okay? Because that's what you want, because he's going to be dealing damage trying to clear waves. So I'm going to give him a little heart, because I do love him. He's great. But that is going to be it, folks. We have 3 epics for this one. You can honestly switch out Ugo for... let's just do this. I want to show you that one I was talking about. Let's see if he's... Did I pull him out of there? I did. Yeah, right here. Fury Stoker. I legit used Fury Stoker to clear that faction because he had this passive heal here and he removed debuffs, okay? And I didn't even finish his masteries or anything. He doesn't have any gear on, but I'm never going to get rid of him because I used him. Like, he's part of my memories. He's better than you think. See if anybody put him up on Faction Wars here. Because if they didn't, they're knuckleheads. Yeah, right here. 4.4 out of Faction Wars. Like I said, I cleared this faction back when it was a lot harder, before they nerfed Faction Wars and before we got all these new mechanics and buffs. So, but that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Please, oh, what a garbage deal. Please leave any comments or questions down below. And again, as always, I love you. God bless, and goodbye.